Mahlako, do you have a development for us in terms of what's happening at the school? Have you been able to go inside?
No, yes, Desiree, we don't have any new developments as yet. However, we don't have any developments as yet, Desiree, but we're still trying to get in. As you can see, the gates have been locked. There is that chain that has locked the gates. Learners are still outside of the classroom. We are going to continue trying to actually get it. I understand that there's two entrances. I'm trying to find the second entrance. Perhaps it's not as full there. Maybe we can actually try and sneak our way in. But parents wanting to pull down these gates. Some of them demanding to have their children released for the day. Maybe we can move closer to that parent. I see he's trying to break down. He's trying to not break down, but he's trying to push down. He's trying to push down that gate. Understand that a lot of parents demanding that their children be brought out of school, out of classrooms, or not even classrooms, out of the school premises. They want their children home. Let me just move closer. So maybe we can just move closer there. Sorry? Do you have a child here?
Do you
have a child?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I see you trying to get in. What's going on?
No, I'm not trying to get in. I just want this gentleman to find the gentleman who pushed my child. So that gentleman must account to me what gives him the right to lay his hands on my child.
Desiree, let me get...
He must come and tell me what gives him the right to lay hands on my child. That's all I want.
When did this happen?
Excuse me?
When did this happen?
Today.
So somebody just walk me through it as to what you heard happened.
I'm still trying to find that out myself, which is why I want the gentleman to come here and come and account to me.
I'm just going to... Let me just get this gentleman. Understand that his child was... Somebody laid hands on the child. I just want him to be... What happened? Was it private security? Was it someone...
It's private security, which is why I want that man to come and tell me what gives him the right to lay hands on my child. That's all I'm asking for. He must just come to me and tell me what gives him the right to lay his hands on my child.
And when you say lay of hands, what actually transpired?
Push. For what? For what?
Have you been able to communicate with the school as parents? Have you heard anything?
Not so far, no. That's why we are still waiting here, because apparently the MEC is also here. We also want him. He must come out here and be accountable to us and tell us what is going to happen. What is he going to do to change what is happening here?
And as a parent, in terms of what your child tells you, engagements with your child, what is it that's happening at the school?
Look, you can never be too sure with kids especially, However, she does say that they are treated differently. Even by the teachers themselves, they are treated differently. You understand? I have heard of other children being called names. Mine hasn't experienced it, yes, but I have heard of other children being called names. You know what I mean? Now, we want to find out from the school and from the MEC, what are they going to do to change it? Who are they going to hold to account for all of the stuff that is now happening here? You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me?
Was your child here on Friday when the fight broke?
No, she was at a sports meeting in Hoerskool Jan. She wasn't here.
Thank you so much, sir. I also heard that you were saying that you're also a parent here. And you were saying children their grievances are not taken into account?
My child has told me this. She's now 4 years in the school, right? And every time when there's racism story coming up, they report to the teachers, but nothing has been done. they just wipe it under the carpet. So my concern is, what if at the end of the day someone dies because of this behavior that is not being attended to? Now, because as parents we called for MEC to come, now this is happening today. We wanted answers. We are not fighting. We wanted answers. I mean, for a girl to be punched by a white boy, what do you call that? The next thing, and the same boy, his mother is a teacher here. So that's how we came as parents. They took them out with a car on Friday. The police and the security companies, they were protecting the very same guy who violated the other learners' rights. That's wrong.
So are you saying the deputy head boy's mother is a teacher here?
Yes. My daughter told me that she's here for 4 years now. She knows who's here, who's not here. She knows all her teachers. So what do you call that?
Okay, so you've heard the Desiree. I think the story is becoming, we're getting more and more out of the story, but I understand that the head boy that we had spoken about earlier on, who we understand assaulted that female learner, but we still need to get clarity on that. We understand that his mother is an educator here and they were escorted out of the school. Parents complaining about that. We are going to also, establish, is that true? Is this child indeed able to still be in the school because their parent is an educator here? Do they enjoy some sort of protection over other learners simply because I suppose their mom is an educator here? But also, we also did see that from what happened this morning, private security, some parents here are not happy with private security. We understand that as they were trying to move the learners backwards earlier on, there was a lot of commotion at this particular gate. His child was pushed. He's quite upset about that as to why somebody would lay their hand on their child. And also, he also speaks about the racial issues that are taking place at the school, saying that much as you can never really know with children, but he has heard it. It has happened. He's constantly hearing it from the daughter, saying that the daughter has always complained to him that they are not being treated equally. I am going to try and move, we're going to just try and move a little bit to the other side, because seemingly here now there's two sides in terms of white and black parents. I just need to understand maybe from them, have their children come home to complain about racism or not? But so far, the answer that I'm getting is that with the parents that I've spoken to, that has not necessarily been the issue. But I'm also going to just try and see if I can't, fish out an SGP member here. I think that would be quite interesting to get someone that I suppose is involved in to a certain extent in terms of the running of the school. Have they received such complaints? And what is it that they have done to try and address those particular issues? But you see parents calling out, demanding to see the MEC, saying that these issues are long-standing. They're not happy. A lot of parents, I suppose, having taken time off work to come here and I suppose and be addressed by the GDE as to what is it that is happening on this in these school premises.
Mahlako, there just seems to be lots of conversations in the background now. Does it seem like people are communicating to get to a certain point, or are they just going further apart?
No, Desiree, if you could just kindly repeat your question. I saw it's very loud. I did not get that.
I'm just wondering if all these conversations we're hearing in the background, are they leading to some sort of unified understanding of the situation, or is it getting worse?
I think, Desiree, from what I'm hearing, people are angry. What I can say is that people are angry, and it would seem that they continue to be angry. Is there a unified voice that we're getting? Not necessarily. Hence, I'm saying that I want to try and see if I cannot find a parent who is part of the, who is part of the SGP. In fact, maybe you can help me. So are you a parent here?
No, not.
You're not a parent here?
No, you need to find one that is.
Are you a parent here, sir? No? Are you a parent, sir? Are you able to talk to us? No one? Okay. We're not getting someone to talk to us for now, but we will find someone. But in terms of that unifying voice, not so much, Desiree. We await, that address. I think it will be able to tell us what is the official word, but in terms of what is happening here on the ground, a lot of angry parents, the tensions remain high.
I'm not making a determination here, but I just find it. I don't know if you can hear me because there's just so many voices around you. Are you able to hear me, Mahlako?
Desiree, I can hear you, Desiree. We're going to move out of here because it is rather loud. We're going to move. Let me just perhaps move out, Desiree, of the various voices. But I see it's what is happening right now is a scuffle between Douglas Ngobeni and the newsroom team. There's a problem there. I don't know what they're fighting about. But in terms of parents for now remain how they were 30 minutes ago. Angry, yes, but I think a lot of them waiting to get that address from the GDE as well as, I suppose, the school management team.